mess around.
Hello and welcome to the Tottenham America channel. Today we will be reacting to Denmark's 0-0 draw against Tunisia in the World Cup opener for Denmark and Tunisia of Group D in the 2022 FIFA World Cup, as both sides had big chances, but both sides' goalkeepers had big performances and the match ended in a 0-0 draw. There's not really many events that we can go through today, except for Skov Olsen's only ruled out goal. He was in, he scored, but it did go, it was disallowed for offside. Additionally, in the 90+5th minute, there was a call for penalty for Denmark. Tunisia's, I believe it was Mariah, their defender, had a handball, potential handball, in the box, and it was reviewed by officials, but in the end was not given a penalty.
Cornelius did miss a golden opportunity from a corner. He did manage to hit the post from a header while he was 1 yard out. Literally 1 yard out.
That would have been the turning point for Denmark, and that would have been the goal that they needed. Of course, it's not a bad result. A draw is never a bad result.
Denmark did play decently, but they did play against a Tunisia side who had a huge fan base at the stadium and were cheered on by the crowd. Yeah. A Tunisia team that gave up a huge fight against Denmark, despite a decent Denmark performance.
Yeah, Tunisia had a huge performance today, and they even looked like scoring a couple times. Their forward, Issam Jebali, had actually scored twice, but they were both disallowed for offside.
A lot of disallowed goals today.
Yeah.
3 in the Argentina versus Saudi Arabia match, and again 3 more in this match. That's 6 total today
already. But a solid performance from Denmark overall. Their attackers were not up to par though today.
We saw Dolberg, who started the game, had I think 1 chance, and he headed it wide, and then Cornelius replaced him, and we saw no improvement.
Yeah, basically
in the striker position. Cornelius had like 2 huge chances, and apparently he had an XG of 0.9.
That is ridiculous.
A 90% chance of scoring a goal, and he did not score a goal.
That is actually crazy. I just find that kind of crazy to believe, that you can miss from so close in.
I mean, it's not like it's a 100% chance.
Yeah,
90% chance. But Denmark did not capitalize on their opportunities. Despite Denmark did control most of the game, Denmark did have majority possession by a lot, 61% to 39%, and they by far had more expected goals with 1.6.
Denmark's defense was excellent actually today. Probably the best part of their team. Anderson, Kjær, and Christensen all linked very well together to keep Tunisia out. Their midfield was pretty decent. Højbjerg and Delaney for most of the game before Delaney was subbed off with an injury. Eriksen was creating chances. They just could not find any finishes, and that proved to be the ultimate problem for Denmark and is going to be a point of worry for the Danish in the future because they're going to need finishing.
Eriksen did have a great strike from distance, but Damen, the Tunisian goalkeeper, did make a stunning save.
Damen was probably man of the match overall between both sides. He was excellent today. Denmark had a fair few chances, but Damen patrolled that goal excellently and kept everything out. And from Tunisia's point of view, while they have Australia still to go, they also have France. So those are 2 big games, and this is an excellent result, I think, against a European team for Tunisia. As for Denmark, I think they should have gotten the win here. But I don't think they'll be too hard on themselves, not too mad, because it was a quite encouraging performance, specifically apart from the attackers. The defensive line and the midfield line were solid today, and that's something to build on for the rest of the FIFA World Cup campaign.
It's crucial that Denmark get a result in their next 2 games, especially against France. A draw would be crucial for them. If they do lose, they'll have 1 draw and 1 loss, and there will be a lot of pressure on them for the game against Australia, which they should win. But Denmark really do have to capitalize on their opportunities. They're creating enough, but and their defense has been excellent. They just have to take their chances and be more clinical.
Yeah, undoubtedly. I was surprised with Tunisia's team, especially, again, just like Denmark, their defense and midfield. The midfielder battles today were incredible. A lot of physical battle between the two midfields of the two teams, but the attacks just did not live up to expectation. The table of Group D now looks like this. France lead in first place with 3 points on 3-goal differential after their 4-1 victory. Tunisia and Denmark are tied in second place. 1 played, 1 draw, 1 point each. And Australia, with a negative 3-goal differential after losing 4-1 to France, are last on 0 points after 1 game played. So not a bad result for Denmark, but I'm sure that a big point will be asked about the attack in the next match. Denmark will play France next on Saturday, November 26th at 11 a.m., while Tunisia have Australia at 5 a.m. on Saturday, November 26th, both times in Eastern time.
From Tunisia's perspective, it's important they get a win against Australia if they want a chance of qualifying for the round of 16. If they do win, that puts them in a great position. If Denmark win their game, or if France wins their game, France are through if they win, and Denmark, if they win, they will have 1 win, 1 draw. And if Tunisia wins against Australia, Tunisia and Denmark will both be on 1 win, 1 draw. And it all depends on their last game, where Tunisia plays against France, and Tunisia plays against France, and Australia plays against Denmark.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different situations in that group.
It's important that both teams, for each team, it's important that they both win their next match. Denmark will be a tough one, though.
Yeah.
So a draw would be considered a good result for them, because they want to get some sort of result against the former champions, whereas Tunisia is going to be most likely their easiest game of the group stage. So it's crucial that they get a win against Australia.
But that is it for our instant reactions to Denmark's 0-0 tie in their first game of the World Cup against Tunisia. If you enjoyed and want us to do more FIFA World Cup content, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what your reactions to the game were. And until next time.
Come on, you Spurs!